Creativity over quality. One of the best projects I released in 2022. So it's now May 11th, 2023, and it's been a year that I released this project on SoundCloud and YouTube, and I decided to break down every song from the track list, starting with my personal favorite. Man, I remember back in January 2022 when I released the snippet on Instagram, and it was so fun. Honestly, this song means a lot to me. It's just basically me having fun and doing what I actually like, because there was a time where people didn't appreciate my music for what it is. And look, I'm still growing as an artist, but once that time comes, I might be bigger and better. But overall, it's a great song, and it could be a potential hit. Even if it's not going to be a hit this year, it might be over a few years. I mean, now it's on 800 plus streams, so.
As of now, because I don't have the tools that I want, bro, if you give me the tools to make what the fuck I want.
What are the tools? Proper studio shit?
Proper studio, proper engineering, even the people that will sit there and take their work very seriously. And, as far as the production, if you give me the tools, I'll be the greatest artist there possibly is.
Really?
Literally.
That is some good old Jamaica. Not sponsored, by the way. Honestly, a very good wavy beat. I really did my thing on it. Shout out to Prod by Gus, because he made this amazing beat, and honestly, he's a great guy as well. I love making this song. I mean, it doesn't really have any substance. I just talk about doing what I like and kind of responding a little bit to the critics.
No one can respect what I do. Let me be, I don't do shit for you. My creativity is not being seen through. Hopefully it will. For now it's gonna be so.
Now, it's time to get experimental. Yeah, I'm a little turned. It's actually a right song. Of course, it got a lot of room to grow, but I'm just chilling though. I'm just chilling. And it's the first time that I hopped on a rage beat, and I guess it's the result. But overall, everyone's ears is different, and on to the next one. Now we are in the calm zone. This song actually was a concept back in 2020, because I was going through a different time with the whole pandemic going on with the lockdown and trying to fit in with a certain group of people. It's just me going through different obstacles in my life that I had to go through. It could be relatable for someone, but for me, it was kind of hard putting this song together. The whole idea for this title, Don't Forget to Breathe, is more like we all have been in a situation where, we want to socialize or connect, but before we do that, we got to take a few steps back and just, meditate, breathe in, breathe out. And sometimes you tell yourself, don't forget to breathe before you go out there and speak. I've also added references to a previous song I did, which I'll do side by side because I added a little twist to it.
Couldn't ask for help because I was afraid to speak up. I remember days no one gassed me up, no one hyped me up. Hopefully I figure it out, and I don't know what I'm on about. I couldn't ask for help because I was afraid to speak up. Nobody would dap me up, nobody would gas me up. And that's on some real shit. Yeah. You was too busy getting drunk on the dance floor while I was just making music and sleeping on the floor. Oh, and that's on some real shit.
In 2021, I was interning at this most depressing place ever, and there was this guy that was keeping everyone in check, and he does his job, but he wasn't a good guy, and he was always making me. I think this one day I think because I was kind of tired of interning there, I decided to just whatever. And then I guess he got so mad at me that I got mad at him, and instead of sleeping with a bad feeling, I was like, you know what? Let me just use this time and energy into music. So I took my time, put all my aggression, all my energy into this song, which why it kind of has this more aggressive feelings. I mean, the beat is aggressive, but I put more aggressiveness into it. And Old Jamaica and Toolbox were kind of recorded at the same time as well. It was more to keep myself busy. But overall, the song, it's basically just me talking my shit, basically. I mean, in the first half, it feels like I'm dissing someone, but I'm basically dissing myself, coming at myself for being lazy and not being productive.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Stop being lazy and go get some guap.
In the second and last half, I clapped at the haters because I'm like, because I dropped the previous song, they were not happy with how I came with the sound or how I need a new flow.
I got no funds for what I actually need, so yeah. They say that I need a new flow. It's not like every rapper got the same voice, so what is the point? So let me be me, or do you like to pay in cash or card?
Can't really do whatever to please you. I'm just doing what I need to do. Of course, it may not come off aggressive when you hear it, but for me, it was recorded at a time where I was really done with everything. I was really done with everything. Thank God, all those problems are gone because I'm not there anymore. Okay, for y'all wondering why am I wearing a mask, it's for the theme of the video. This song I've recorded and released on May 6, 2020. And it was at the time when, the pandemic was kind of big and it was locked down here and there. Of course, I've improved a lot when it comes to songwriting and all that other stuff, but I feel like this song, it deserves to be on the project because it did help a lot and it brings in the theme of creativity over quality. I did my thing on there, and I do be looking fresh in my Air Force Ones. Don't play with me. End of the Road is the final track of the EP from Creativity Over Quality. It continues the same storyline from Don't Forget to Breathe and Or Not, but with this song, it basically just goes on that I'm running out of time and I don't know what the future has in store for me, because we are all at a time where when it's time to pick a career or whatever, you're kind of lost and you don't know what to do in your next chapter and you're kind of lost in your life. And there was a time where I had to do something. I had to get out there and see what works for me because I'm just running out of time and I don't want to take breaks anymore. The first half of the verse, it basically talks about me going through something and also growing and healing at the same time, but it's still difficult to get things off the ground. In the second half of the song, that's when things go very bad. And I mean bad as in like the motivation isn't there. And that's on me, like we all have writer's block, and while making this song, I kind of took a little too long finishing it, even though like the first half and the hook do carry the story and carry the message, but I really fumbled on the second one. But that's normal, we learn from mistakes, and it kind of comes back to what I said in the first beginning of Or Not, when I said, hey, stop being lazy and do this and that, but everyone has it. If I had a chance to re-record it, then that's also cool. Wherever my destination is gonna be, that doesn't mean it's gonna be the end of the road, because I'm still going, still on the hunt. Now that I covered all the songs from my track list, the whole execution on this whole project has to do with the fact that I want to show to people that I'm just enjoying and being me on the project and just having fun with it and being creative and try different styles and genres. But overall, I mean, it's an alright project, and I also gotten a physical CD from a good friend of mine, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video. And here's also the track list to kind of get the idea. There's a lot of details on the cover art that you guys can see. I could list everything here, but you guys can pause to read it. which I think cool. And he also gave me a copy of his album, which I am featured on track 4, Good Vibes. It's on Spotify. If I have the right tools and the right things settled and figured out, then there might be a chance that I might drop some of my songs or the whole EP on streaming service. But as in, I upload a few songs on YouTube. Some songs on the EP gotten copyright claim, and I wouldn't be surprised if this video gets copyright claim. I mean, hey, if I'm not making money from this video, then yeah, it's all good. How creativity over quality started. It all started back in 2021 when I dropped a song called Pouty Face, and it was at the time when I was blowing up on TikTok. And the song, honestly, it's just a good song, but I feel like it was more rushed, but it got viral. It wasn't popular as a sound, but it was viral. I mean, I'll show you how many streams and views it's at now. But when that song came out, a lot of people were criticizing me. There was constructive criticism and there was just hate. And both of them were kind of fueling up on me. Most of them were saying, yeah, work on your flow or work on your mic or this and that. And at the time, I feel like this song kind of introduced me to a new public, because before TikTok and all that, I was just making music. And of course, everybody was saying my songs were fire, but not everybody was hating. There were maybe 2 or 3 hate comments, but that was it. But after I dropped Pouty Face and I was also blowing up on TikTok and here and there, you know, I was introduced to a new audience, and that kind of messed with me. And I'm still trying to record and do what I normally do best, but it's just now that I'm put on the spotlight, I can't do the things that I normally couldn't do. And at the same time, I kind of took a little break. And while people were hating on my music and not seeing that I'm using the tools that I have and, you know, not being creative, you know, it kind of brought me to this idea, like, you know what, I'm gonna make an EP that still carries the same sound, but where I'm showing that I am capable and having potential on doing that. On September 20th, 2021, that's when the concept for creativity over quality started. And there were a few songs that were recorded on that period as well. A few songs were recorded in 2021 and a few recorded in 2022. I feel like certain songs carried that creativity over quality aesthetic or vibe, and most songs kind of explain more about my struggles and problems I run up to in life and going through emotions and all that. You know, it's kind of a mix of fun and realness to it. And if I would rate my experience or how I enjoyed Maze Project, of course it was hard in the beginning because it was hard to get the motivation and, you know, the discipline to just make this project. You know, like I had a whole theme. I think while the project was in its early development, you know, I had a few songs that were going to continue to sound like, I know Toolbox, Old Jamaican, or Not were recorded on that time. Mostly Toolbox and Old Jamaican. A few people were asking me like, yo, when I'm going to drop a song. So I decided to drop Old Jamaica as the first single for the project. Of course, I didn't know it was going to be a project. It was just a single, like a little appetizer. And then after that, I knew that I was going to drop the project in 2022. So I did that. And it was great. It was fun. It kind of gave me more of an idea or just more of a feeling like, yo, if I can make this project, then I could probably go do music again. It was a great project. I would probably give it like, I think a strong 8, I think. Not like the whole project, but like the whole experience working on, I would probably give it an 8 because there were times where I probably didn't really want to make it, but I kept it pushing. Some people would probably give this project a 6 or a 5 or a 1. I don't know. I mean, if Anthony Fantano makes a video about this project, bro, he'll probably roast me. But, you know, you may never know. You may never know. So I am happy that you guys took the time to watch this video and understand the breakdown through every song piece by piece, and, you know, what song has a meaning to me and which songs are my favorite. And I want to know yours. You know, let me know if you guys mess with this EP or you guys love it or not. And you guys can stream it on YouTube. Well, mostly on SoundCloud. And there's a few songs I put on YouTube. I was planning to put my whole project on YouTube, but I was lazy. So I just dropped. So you can listen to it on SoundCloud. And hey, when things go well and I manage to drop my EP on Spotify, then we've made it. Or maybe over 10 years, I might drop like a different type of creativity over quality concept.